Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Musings by Nikki. I am finally back to filming. It was quite the November, and just busy, and I have not been feeling the greatest. The fatigue is real, and the body sometimes often betrays my ambition. But I am back after a busy holiday and everything, but now I'm so excited to get back to work, back to crafting. I've been crafting all along, just like that thing where you sit down and you can only do for a few minutes and then you just kind of stare off into the distance, and then I just get distracted and uncomfortable and have to go somewhere else. But I'm doing better now. Thank you to all of the wonderful people who have been checking in. I really appreciate you guys sending messages and stuff on my Facebook, through Facebook and Etsy and things. I really appreciate that. So thank you guys. You are a wonderful group of people. So I'm so glad to know you all, and know you through YouTube. But anyway, I am back today. I'm making some ephemera. One of the things that I have been working on slowly is a bunch of digital kits. So I just stocked some digital kits, and you'll see kind of the work of, I'm going to show you one of them because I'm going to make it into a book, and so some of this ephemera that I'm making is for that. But then there are also some plaids, a bunch of vintage plaids and gingham fabric, just papers. And so I've used some of those for making some of the tags and stuff on here too. So I'll show that to you. I'll point that out. But I was contacted by InLoveArts, which is a art supplier online, and their shop is full of very reasonably priced stamps and dies, like for die cutting, and papers, and art supplies, all kinds of art supplies. And they contacted me and asked if I would want to work with some of their stuff and kind of review it and show, what I did with it and stuff. So I was like, sure, I can do that. And so I received the package a little while ago, but because of, aforementioned issues, I am now just getting around to doing some work with it. There's a couple things in here that I'm super excited to have. So I'm going to show you, let's see, what should I do first? First, I'm going to show you what I got from them. So this will make more sense. I ordered I picked out dies and some stamps. I don't do a ton of stamping, usually just like words or stuff, but they had some I've wanted some like mushroom stamps and stuff, so they had some really cute mushroom stamps, and I picked a few of those out. Now I'm trying to find something that I can hear, because it's hard to see stamps when they're just, if I show them to you like this. So you can see that I've already been using them because these are green even after I've washed them off. So I got this set. I loved these trees, but I also love some of these. I haven't stamped those out yet, but I've used these, and you'll see those in a second. And then I got 2 sets of mushroom stamps, and you can see the ones that I've used. And so I got these, and I love these. They're super cute. All of them stamp really well too, which I'm always kind of worried about getting. Then I got these, and I've used all of these. These are bigger. These are, maybe like, let's see, they're like 4 inches. The bigger ones are like 4 inches. So they're a really good size. And then I got these kind of just like flourishy, embellishment-y things. I thought these would look cute in like the corners of pages or as backgrounds, and I'll show you how I've used those too kind of as backgrounds, because you can see I've stamped all of those. And all of the stamps actually stamp really crisp, which is really nice. Then I got, so then I got dies. So there is this comes as a set. And this I love. This was probably the first one that I picked when I was looking through their stuff. because I was like, whoa, that's super. I can see so many ideas with that. So it's a set of like, it comes like this, and then you kind of have to like twist them and break them apart because it comes like this. But there are 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, down to the teeny cutest little one. And they have, see this? They leave like a stitched mark. Oh my gosh. I really love these and have done a lot of things with those so far. So I'm just gonna set this stuff back here, because then I got this guy and it came like attached as well. So you could leave it attached, but I unattached it because, you know, going through the big shot, sometimes you have to like on your paper, because like this is the size of the paper I run through, so sometimes you have to reorganize things. So anyway, this is super cute. This is a little envelope, so it's like a pocket with a tag, and it makes, well, I'll show you now. It makes like this. Isn't that so cute? These are some of my new papers, by the way. It is the cutest little thing. It makes this little cute pocket with a little tag in it. Adorbs. I've used it to make some floral ones. So they're super cute, and you'll see I've decorated a few too. So okay, that's that die. Then I saw these and I was like, huh, they were on top of, so it punches out like this. Like that is what it punches out. And they were using them on top of bags. Well, it comes with, can you see? I've got like natural light coming in from my window back there. Can you see that there's kind of this little dot, dot, dot right there? So it comes with fold lines, and then this actually pops out like that. Let's see, like that. So you fold it in half, and let me get one that's, then it folds in half and it looks like this. So there's a big and a small, and I think they had some different designs of these too, but the purpose is then it goes over the edge of like a bag. They had it going over the edge of a gift bag like that, and then, you know, you could do whatever, and then it's a cute little thing. But I saw it and I was instantly thought it should go over the edges of tags like this. Isn't that so pretty? And it fits the small one fits a guest check just perfectly, just so you know. But instead of like having a ribbon or something at top, I just thought that is so unique, and it's super cute. And then I saw butterfly dies, and I didn't have any, and I was like, yep, I want some of those too. So I got 2 butterfly dies, one that's a little more kind of lacy, and one that's got a lot more, it's very much more filamenty kind of. Anyway, okay, so that's what I got. Then this is what I have made so far. So these few things, so I'm kind of I'm working through making some ephemera with these for the new kit, the new full kit that I have out, which is called Vintage Memories. Sorry, drinking a cup of coffee here. And so I'm making some ephemera for it, and so as I punch, so I grabbed a bunch of scraps, like I went to my scrap drawer, which is, you know, humongous, as we all know, and grabbed out a whole bunch of stuff that just kind of matched this. It's great for punching this kind of stuff out, is great for when you have those offcuts, you know, when you cut your 12-inch paper down to 8.5 by 11. Oh, look at it, I've got Stampy. And you've got the like offcut pieces left. Punching these, especially those like this shape dies out, it's great for those, and they run through your big shot so nice. So anyway, I've used a bunch of those. I just picked out a whole bunch that kind of went along with my kit, and I'm gonna put this back down here so we can look at it. But this one, I just layered a bunch of the cuts, and I made some that are hollow. And then here's another small one. I did some out of book pages. But this background here, can you see on the guest check? Oh, I have a blank one here. So I took all those scrolly bits and I put them all, I just kind of put them all on my block, my big acrylic block. and stamped them all together and used them like a background stamp. So then that created kind of just this cool stamp on the guest check as now like a substrate for crafting on top of or embellishing. And that's what I've done here. Embellished a bunch on top, punched a word, and there's punched. That's not punched, that's torn and stamped. And then there's just a little bit of cheesecloth behind it. So, and I love the way it looks on the back too. I mean, it's super pretty. I love this stamp or die. Okay, so that's that. Then I made a tag, and this is just some more of the dies, and this one is an outlined one, and then this is one that fills in there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. And then this is one of those beautiful butterflies in this pretty kind of tealy color. So there's that. Then let's see, then I did a big envelope. So I used some coffee stain paper and some offcuts and just ripped and tore and layered some more, and then put one of the butterflies on here. And all this stuff is punched out of scraps and offcuts. And then I came on the back and put some lace across. And then I punched out and layered up some of the label things and made kind of a flip up. So it just comes over the edge, and I like that way that looks too. So there's that. And then I did a big bag. So this is a big bag. And it has a whole bunch of stuff on it. It has some of those big dies layered, and then there's kind of a really shadowed white butterfly here, and then I stuck a couple of wood butterfly buttons on and some lace. And then this is actually layered on here is one of the little pockets here, and then this goes right inside there. So I layered this stuff over the top of it. So these work really great for just layering in the back of things too, and then you have these kind of surprise little tag pop outs too. So I made that. Then I worked with some of the mushroom stuff and kind of changed course. So this, I printed out some of my new papers, my gingham papers and plaid papers, and that's what I used for this, and the little wood button here. And then this one is just got a little piece of twine on there, and it says hi. And then I made a little mushroom one. This one I colored in the mushrooms with my watercolor markers, and then I spritzed them with water so they got kind of this mottled look to it. So there's that. And then I made a bigger tag, and this mushroom I stamped onto book page and colored it again with my watercolor markers and spritzed it. And this is just a regular stamp. This is one of Tracy's new oh my gosh, if you haven't been to Tracy's shop in the last few weeks, you should probably go, but beware, because you're going to want everything that's in there right now. And then here's just some layered kit of those, and then I just love that thing. I don't even know what to call it. There's probably a name on the website, and I just didn't even think to look, but this thing is cool. So there's that, and those, and then I made just this little cute little mushroom tag that says joy. These mushrooms stamp out really nice, and aren't they cute? Okay, and then I had these super kind of grunged out envelopes that I had made for oh, I love the feel. So they're like kind of Artie Mays style. They've got a whole bunch of layers of all kinds of junk and stuff on them. Excuse me. But I didn't ever use them for what I was making them for. So I had a couple of them just sitting there. So I had in my little stack of words, mark the beginning of winter, that I cut out of probably Edith Holden, it looks like. And so I stamped those trees in kind of a variety of greens. And then I took my white pen and went over the edges of them, like my white gel pen, to make it look like there was snow. And then you probably cannot tell at all, but I went over with my little glisten pen. Oh, there, look, see? That's catching the light. And I did it on the little sun up here too. And the tops of the mountains here. So this is just ripped book pages and ripped edges. So I ripped the edge of this off, and then I turned it upside down and made it into this piece back here, and layered up some papers and made it look kind of like a snowy forest, and it says mark the beginning of winter. Then back here I layered up again on the flap, and this is one of the stamps in the scrolly thing, and then I just wrote winter like so. I really like this. Okay, so that's where I was at. So that's what I did with that. Now, I'm going to, let's see, what should I do first? First, I'm going to show you the kit so then you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And then we're going to play with some of the pieces that I've stamped and cut out. So this is my new kit called Vintage Memories. It's a full kit. It's actually bigger than my normal kits, but I was really enjoying this aesthetic at the time, so I just kept going. And I have printed it onto Epson photo, like matte presentation paper, so it's got nice crisp lines, and it's on white, so it's not usually a lot of times I print stuff out onto cream, but this is on bright white, so you can see the full true kit on bright white. So I'll just do a flip through. It's got 15 pages, 15 pages of papers, and there's another one. These little ladies. So it's just kind of, I don't even know. I have the hardest time naming my kits lately. I think I maybe just will start naming some of them like, you know, people's names or something. Because it's the hardest thing to come up with names for sometimes. There's this. Lots of layering, lots of grunging up in the background. Kind of shabby chic, I guess. Flowers, butterflies, cool clocks, ripped paper, diamonds. This could act as, a couple of these could act as like background pages too if you wanted to print out on the back of your ephemera. Another one. And these cute little butterflies. I love them. Pretty, pretty. This could be another one that'd be good for like background. Some lace in there. And then there are, I think, 8 pages of ephemera. So here are some tags, some belly bands, and some like postcard type of things. Journaling cards. Here are some journaling cards that you can of course use as pockets or whatevs. These have a little bit of fussy cut around the edges of them here. Some pockets, small and big pockets. These are some corner, you know, pockets, tuck spot types of things, and then some round embellishments. These large tags, I love these. And then just a piece of like border or washi. You can make it into washi, whatever you want to do. And then there are 2 pages of envelopes, one big envelope, and then 2 small envelopes with some additional just round embellishments. So that's the new kit. So I'm going to turn this set of papers into a journal using that. So some of the ephemera that I'm making is going into that. So I've got, whoops, and of course I just knocked it over. I went to town with the, whoops, geez, with the die and just started punching and punching, and so I've got my stack here. So here are the tiny cute little guys. Look at them. Oh, so cute. So that's the little tiniest one. and then they just go up from there, and they work so brilliantly for layering and stuff. So I've punched them out. Here are the next size up, right? So they just get bigger and bigger, and as you can see, you can layer these guys right up. I'm gonna like lay them out up here so I can see what I'm doing. And then while you're punching them, like while you're running them through the die cut, oh, here's book page that when I had all the scroll stamps on my one piece of acrylic block, I stamped a couple of book pages as well and ran them through the die. And so here's what that looks like, and it's really cool. I like the effect that it made, and like I said, that they stamp nice and crisp. So, and I think I did a mushroom one too. I stamped that on after. So cute. Oops, this belongs to that set. And then they get, I mean, the biggest ones are quite big, which is kind of nice, because I think I'm going to just make some like tags with them. This is that next size. That's some of my new paper. So I've done some out of book page. I did some out of like music, notes, and then here's the big ones. The big ones are like, let's see, almost 6 inches long. That's some of my new paper too. But then what I did is, as I was layering them into the die, you know, like layering them up to cut, I would take and put another die inside of a die like this, and then you get these kind of frames, I want to call them, like that. And these are really fun to layer up in the pieces too. And I'll show you, because I was starting to mess with some more pieces over here, and then I decided I was going to just wait and do it on camera with you guys. Also, I stamped out some of the mushrooms and tore around them and inked around them so that I can just use those as well. Then this one I colored and sprayed some water at it. Okay, and then these little guys, so these are those little tags. They come, so they punch out like this. Oh, here's another one where I took and stamped that, the scrolly stuff. I don't know what to call it. The embellishment, scrolly fanciness. So it comes like this, but the awesome thing about it is it has all the little dots right here, so it makes it really easy to fold. So otherwise this little tiny flap right here would be really difficult to get a good fold on, and this little tiny flap here would be really difficult to get a good fold on. But these dots that it stamps right in, and then here's the one where you fold it in half, they make it super easy to do this, and you get these nice crisp edges like this. So, and then you just glue the little tab down. It's amazing. I think one more thing here. Here's one of the bigger pieces, and I did the stamping scrolly thing on there too, just to show ya. And these, again, they have the little dots right here. So you just pop this middle guy up kind of and fold. This one you have to be a little more careful with because of like the little scroll piece on the end here, this little, but I mean, look how easy that is. And it gives you a nice crisp fold right there. Awesome. I'm really happy with these stamps. Okay, so I was already layering up some pieces here. So this one, so these are to go in that kit. So let's just make a few things. This one I have this is the big one, and then I put some music paper behind it, and then I had one of these frames, so I'm kind of putting that over the top, but I think I'm going to ink around. These are pretty hard to ink around because they're so thin. If it's not punched out of cardstock or anything. I ripped a few of them because I wasn't paying as much attention, but that's fine. That's fine because I punched so dang many of them out that, there we go. I'm going to ink this really quick. And then I think I'm just going to make this one be like its own. I haven't made any to just be a tag. Like so far I've attached them all to things. I do have a couple of envelopes over there and like another bag that I think I'll maybe make for the journal as well. Let's see. I'll just hit it a few times if I can. Be extra careful with it. Maybe just a hint of ink will be fine enough. All right. There we go. I'll have links to all of this stuff down below. The dies and everything and the stamps. And a discount code too. Whoop, whoop. So, yeah, I like that. And isn't that cool? Like, I like the way that the frame, and you can't really see it on camera all that well. I like the way the frame adds something to it, like more layers, but you can still see the music through it. Because if you put a whole piece of this on, then you'd block and you really wouldn't see that it's music under there, but it adds something to it. So I am happy with that. So we're going to go in and glue it. This is a project that definitely my super fine tip art glitter glue works really well for, because those butterflies are really fussy to glue down, you know. You have to like hit them in all the little narrow spots. So this glue, I don't remember who I saw use it first, probably Gail or Tracy, but man, it is some good stuff. The fine tip is just the best. Okay, so there's that. And then like for gluing this down, because if you were trying to use Fabri-Tac on this, if I were trying to use Fabri-Tac, I would have Fabri-Tac everywhere. It would be a big sticky fingers, messy crafting mess. But this just is so dainty. Sorry if I'm sniffling, guys. I think I may be getting a little bit of a cold. And why not? Because, you know, on top of everything else. All right, there we go. I like that. So, there we go. That's the, oh, I forgot to ink the back. That stuff makes me crazy. Like, it would make me forever crazy if I forgot that, and I knew that I forgot it, and then I did it on video, and then I didn't go back and do it. Oh, okay. These, here's, I punched out some butterflies too. So here's a blue one. Ooh, I like that. Or a couple of craft colored ones, and then this one I punched out of like some, I don't know, some sort of pattern paper. So I like the blue one on there. Ooh, I like that one too. Maybe we'll go with that, the craft one on there. And then I have some words that I have stamped out onto like little ripped pieces of muslin. I have papillon, butterfly in French, right? Or pretty, or probably not fungi, because that's, you know, mushrooms. That'd be weird. That'd be weird if we put that on this. Oh, or butterfly or beautiful. Let's go with papillon. Okay. Over, move, out the way. And then I think I'm gonna punch. You know what? I think before I do this, so that I have my location, I'm gonna punch a hole, because I want to make this one just a tag. And then I'm gonna put a, I think right over here I should have, yep. I'll put one of these on there. There we go. So I have a little hole protector, and I like putting them on the back as well. It's just a finished look thing. Okay, and then now we will go and glue this, but I need to remember not to glue. So I need to, it's going to stick off no matter what I do, which is fine. I like the dimensionality. Is that a word? I like the dimensionality of that. So, but I will put glue over here if I do not remember that that's where I don't want to put glue. So I know this little tip here, but I'm going to hold right here. This is how I remember that I don't put glue there. And then, oops, whoa, there's a few little, this is the one thing about, this is why I do a bunch of die cutting all at once. Oops, I got to punch that out. Is because honestly, you guys, I don't like all the little poking out of all the little holes of all the little things. But if I just do a whole bunch of it all at once, so this corner again, then it doesn't bother me as much because I know I'm just going to spend a couple of hours sitting and punching the die pieces out. So look, here's where this glue is brilliant. This little tiny tip works so well for even like the edges of these little fussy pieces right here. I can get a tiny little bead of glue on there, or like these little tiny antenna, I can get the tiniest little bead of glue on there. But if you haven't ever worked with this, or if you're thinking about getting some and you haven't before, you do, if you're putting tiny little beads of glue on there, you do have to work kind of quick because they do dry up really fast because they're thin little tiny beads of glue. Makes sense, right? So they dry really fast. But this glue is pretty brilliant. Okay, so we'll go about there. Little antenna. Okay. And then, do I want to put probably cheesecloth behind that? Because, yep, of course, cheesecloth makes everything better. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope that if you are, well, if you're American here, we just got done with Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you didn't get run over by anybody if you were out trying to get some Black Friday shopping done. I don't even go try anymore because it's just crazy. It's too nutso. I did get some good stuff online though. Oops, I got extra little. Yeah. Okay, now I've got to glue that down. This part I will use Fabri-Tac for because it's fabric, you know. My 15-year-old Lizzie turned 16, so she is now looking for jobs, and to my wonderful proud moment for me, two of the places that she wants to apply are Joann and Hobby Lobby. Wouldn't that be brilliant? I would have a discount at Joann or Hobby Lobby. Be still my beating heart. That would be so awesome. I'd come visit her all the time. I thoroughly support that decision. I hope one of them. That or Caribou Coffee. If you don't live somewhere where there is Caribou Coffee, then sorry, you're missing out, but it's my favorite coffee. There, that was just a little rip-off piece of this muslin. So there's a little tag. I like it, and it's gonna look so cute with that kit. So I'm gonna throw that over there. How long are we at? Oh, 34 minutes, we're good. Let's do, I've got this super grungy envelope from Amore Fabriques, I think. Isn't that cool though? Let's do this. Actually, yeah, just kidding. let's do this. I'm gonna put some, let's put some paper. This is my ripping out background paper book right now. All right. I don't want to cover the whole background. I just want to have some, because I really like this polka dot look. So, okay. Yeah. So let's ink around that. I feel like because I had kind of just, November was a tough month for me, like health-wise and just busyness, and my dad, who is an amazing man, one of my heroes, he was, though my parents, I know that you guys have heard me say this before, but my parents live, my whole family actually, my parents, my sister and her husband and kids, and my brother and his wife and kids all live 5 hours north of me, almost up to the Canadian border in Minnesota. So like way, way far up there, up north in this little tiny towns. So they live up there, and we live, my husband and I and our girls live down here in the Twin Cities. So we're 5 hours away. We are the lone holdouts down in the cities. I don't know why I keep putting the pin in, because I'm going to keep gluing. I had these pieces over here, but I don't know if I want something that big. Let's pick out some other. So we're the lone holdouts down here. My dad had to have surgery. I kind of like that. And the clinic that he comes to is down here in the cities at our university. I like that too. That's pretty. See these kind of soft florals. There's some more of that gingham paper. Yeah, I like that one. And then I might want to put like a, yeah, or what's this one? Let's see if I do, that'll look nice if I do a like the blue butterfly maybe, or white over the top of this. I don't know. We'll decide that in a minute. Let's just layer these up first. So anyway, my dad, the hospital that he has been coming to and stuff, has been here in the Twin Cities. So as you can imagine, 5 hours away, and you know, busy lives and kids and involved in sports and things like that, you don't get to see your family as much. And we are definitely a very close-knit family. So it's been, I mean, you got to look at the silver lining, right? So the fact that he's had to be down here more recently, frequently for doctor's appointments and stuff, has meant that he stays at our house with us, and we've had a chance to see him a lot more recently, which is pretty awesome. Especially because another part of why November has been so crazy is because we were doing like major work on our house, remodeling our bathroom, doing a bunch of painting and remodeling in our kitchen. We're about to start doing more work in our kitchen and more work in our bathroom. Goodness, it is not fun to have your house tore up. It's fun to think of the final end project, you know, like the end product, I mean, but man, I'm okay with it for like the first few days, but then if it goes longer than a few days, it gets tough. Now my husband is a lovely man, and he is so awesome because steps get really hard for me when my fibro acts up and the fatigue is real. And so getting up and down, our bedroom is upstairs and the bathroom is on the main floor. And so I have to go up and down those steps in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. But we have another bathroom. Our other bathroom is in the basement. So we were doing the main floor bathroom. So if I had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I'd have to go down 2 flights of steps and then back up 2 flights of steps. And he kept, every night he would put the toilet back on in the main floor just so I could use that bathroom in the middle of the night. Oh, I married well, you guys. He is the sweetest man. Like, he did not have to keep putting the toilet on and off and on and off every single day so we could work on it, but then he'd put it back on at night so that I didn't have to do 2 flights of steps in the middle of the night. Oh, anyway, so back to my dad. It's been wonderful because my dad knows all about, okay, I think I'm going to just put it kind of sidewaysy like this, and then we'll build up some more over the top of it. These make such great like background. I can see so many uses for these. And don't think I'm saying this just because I'm trying to, you know, be all endorsey or anything like that. I'm not. If it didn't work very good, I would tell you, but these really are cute. And I can see so many uses for them, can't you? Come on. Like, oops, I better check the end. There. Like, you could, one of the other things I was thinking is you could punch holes there and put something coming in and going behind and then coming back out and use it like a label onto things. Christmas presents, you could totally do that, right? You could write someone's name on and then punch holes and string the ribbon through and tie it down, and that way you'd know whose this is. Matter of fact, I just came up that I think I'm going to do that. Anyhow, so my dad, for most of my childhood, well, all of my childhood, my mom and dad owned a bunch of like rental properties. And so we would have to go, should I do the blue or the brown? I kind of like the brown because of this blue. I thought that was going to be matchy, but now it's maybe a little too much. I don't like that. I think I like the brown. And then maybe a word. Yep. And maybe a word. So, they owned rental properties, and so on like weekends and stuff, when somebody had moved out or something, we would have to go over and fix on things when things were broken or whatever. We'd have to paint, we'd have to help haul, you know, garbage out if somebody had moved out, if a tenant had left a bunch of stuff in the house, we'd have to go help with that stuff. So the nice thing about it is, growing up as a young lady, I got to know, I mean, I watched my dad and he taught us how to do basic things like, you know, some basic replacing light fixtures and switches and outlets, and putting a toilet on and off, and the basic stuff behind like some sheetrocking and how to patch walls. And we were always involved in it. So, you know, when my dad decided they were going to rip out the back patio and put new block down, we got to be a part of that. Probably did not enjoy it at the time. I don't think we were all like, yay, we get to spend our Saturday shoveling and jackhammering concrete and moving it around. Probably not, you know. I can just imagine now what we were like trying to do it. But as an adult now, I am very grateful to have that knowledge, because here we are doing our own house and we're not having to hire a bunch of contractors to do it. Although I will say my body is kind of paying for it, and that's part of, you know, my self-induced issues right now. I like the word lovely, but it needs something behind it. What does it need? It needs like a piece of paper or something. Let's see. I've got some music. Whoa. So having my dad around has been wonderful, because while he hasn't been, you know, feeling up to doing the work, he has definitely been helping. Is that too busy behind there? Maybe not. So he's been around to be our consultant though, which has been really nice. nice just having him around anyway. And yesterday he was back down. So he was here for a week leading up to Thanksgiving, which was just awesome to have him around. I'm also very glad that I have a dad that I don't mind having around, you know? That's good too. What do you think, guys? Is that too busy? I can't decide, and now I'm going to get super indecisive. I've been doing pretty good up until now, but I can't decide if that's too busy. You know, everything's kind of busy on this page anyway, so maybe we just go for it. Or do I have another? Yeah, I think I'll do that because it makes, you can kind of see the word a little better. So he was back down yesterday to go to the doctor and for his follow-up, and it was amazing news. God is so good. He's been so good to my dad, and everything is awesome. We got really great news yesterday from the doctor, and then on top of that, he was here and was able to help me again do some measuring for some more kitchen stuff, you know, so we can tear up our kitchen some more and have some more mess going on for, you know, more time. It is what it is. When it's all done, our house is going to look really great, yo. It's just the getting there, right? But I have had occasion, the best part of it, I mean, besides our kitchen looking nice and our bathroom looks great, but part of the reason why it looks so great is because I have had the occasion to have to go to Hobby Lobby and buy decorations for it. Ha ha! I now own like half the shelves and half the shelves and half the frames and stuff. There we go. I like that. In Hobby Lobby, I now own half of them. So let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna, I feel like I want to put something right here. Should we put a little, these little guys are so cute too. And you know what, maybe I'll just layer a couple here. So here's another way that they look cool is if you, so see how I just fit, I mean, they literally fit inside of each other so well. So this one is the frame piece like that, right? And it just fits. If you punch them, they fit right inside of each other like this. And then I don't know if, did I show you? Let me find one piece here that's gonna, see the little stitch? How it leaves this little stitch mark around the edge. It's like such a nice finish. It just looks so cute. So we could do this, and then I could put maybe another word or something. Joy. I don't know, but for now let's put these on because I really like that. And they're kind of soft and florally and shabby chic like the rest of the, oh, maybe some lace. Maybe we'll do some lace. So you guys tell me, have you had major home stuff where you've torn up your, we haven't had to, like, so the kitchen, we didn't have to take apart the, oh, I kind of like just the frame too, maybe. I kind of like just the frame. Because then I could maybe come back with a word or something, or like a smaller die cut of a flower, which I didn't grab my, I do have like a little bin of other die cuts, some of my Tim Holtz stuff and whatever, so I'll maybe come with that later and pop one of those on top. So have you guys ever done a major project where you've had to tear up your kitchen or your bathroom and then be without it for a while? And now we're going to do stage 2 because, you know, we didn't get enough of it the first time around. All right, cool. Well, there's one more project. So I think I'm going to be done now. And I am going to keep working on putting some of this stuff together, and then I'm going to start working on that new kit. So anyway, this stuff, these dies and everything are from InLoveArts. If you want to check them out, the links for the specific projects or pieces that I'm using, excuse me, are going to be in the description box below. But check out, they have like, there's a lot of stuff. And and I am like on Facebook, you know how you get those little ads? So I get the ads for InLoveArts, and now every day she adds more stuff in there. They're adding more pieces and bits and stuff, and I want it all. So I might be back with more stuff because, you know, these are pretty, but there's a bunch of other butterfly dies. Like they're just, yeah. Anyway, check it out. I don't want to be like overly effusive, but it's fun. And like I said, it's pretty affordable. So check out the links below for the specific things that I used, or just I'll put a link to their like shop in general as well. And you can check out my new kits in my shop, Musings by Nikki, and that link is always below. And I will be back when I'm back. We'll see. Hopefully this, like, you know, good kick and good feeling good is gonna, you know, push all the way through to December and beyond into the new year. So hopefully we're on the healing, feeling better path here. So anyway, thank you guys again for being patient and supportive and lovely like you always are. And I will be back again in the near future with some more crafting. Until then, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this wonderful planet that we live on, wherever you are. And until I see you again, stay well, be blessed, and God bless. Bye-bye, guys.